Late breaking news during the NFL Honors Award ceremony tonight. And the Lions, I mean, they couldn't have received any better news than this. And quite honestly, it's unexpected that it came so quickly. I really thought that this was going to be a much longer process, that he would tell the Detroit Lions before, the draft, or at least before free agency, that he was going to be able to play this season. But that's right. Frank Ragnow has put it out there that he has zero intentions on retiring. So let's take a look at it and see what he had to say. So according to Dave Burkett, Frank Ragnow said, "I'm not retiring." And later he expanded by saying, "I just need a few weeks to get healthy," he said. "I guess my typical off-season routine is kind of get right back into it. But I think as I'm getting older, I need to understand that sometimes maybe less is more. And I just need some time to make sure I'm healthy, and then we'll get rolling again." Look, this is incredible news. You're talking about a team that really needs to stick together as much as possible in 2024 to be able to get back to the NFC championship game, and this time win it and get to the Super Bowl. So shortly after the NFC Championship game, there was an interview with Frank Ragnow, and this was the quote that came out that kind of got everybody worried, wondering if he was going to come back. Was he going to be healthy enough to play, even if he does want to play, and kind of what his status was, for this upcoming season. A little too early, I think, to tell. I mean, the game just ended, and of course, these guys are banged up, man. These guys have gone through a lot this season. But this is what he said after the NFC Championship game. He said, "I need to find a way to get back to Frank, and I don't regret any of this, but it weighs on you. And I'm just going to take some time and really figure everything out to make sure that I'm feeling good. Not only for me, the football player, but for me to be the best husband and father and everything with that as well." So that's the quote. That's the quote that got us nervous. I got us thinking that, man, we're going to have to look for a center. And at least we've got Ben Johnson back. But, bringing in a center and that relationship with the quarterback, man, that is such a unique relationship. And they really depend on each other to communicate effectively to make sure that the entire offense is doing the right thing. And then shortly after that quote, Brad Holmes had this to say. He said, "We're not going to pressure him to do anything or make any moves, but the communication will be diligent. It'll be thorough. It'll be respectful." So I think that Brad Holmes was, probably on the fence a little bit, as to his thinking, what's going to happen with Ragnow. Is he going to be able to come back and play? And I bet that worried the crap out of him. But according to the report by Dave Burkett, Ragnow's not retiring. He has no intentions on retiring. But according to the report by Dave Burkett, and this released it just after 10 o'clock tonight, Ragnow has no intentions on retiring. He plans on suiting up again this year. He just needs a little bit of time to get his head right, get his body right. And like he said, he'll get back to it. So what does this mean for the Detroit Lions moving forward? Well, I still think that the Lions are going to be shopping a guard and a center, whether it's in free agency and or the draft. Obviously, we need both positions to be healthy. We need somebody that can back up Ragnow, especially if Graham Glasgow doesn't come back, because he's able to hold down both positions. But we have to start looking to the future. If Graham Glasgow doesn't come back, and he's the only one that knows this offense as well as Ragnow does at this point, then we have to be thinking future. And the future is finding somebody that can be a replacement for Ragnow. I think that Frank's time in the league is very limited. This is more than likely his last season in 2024. Yeah, I think that it's going to take a lot for him to play again in 2025. I really do. But either way, I mean, Frank needs to understand that we respect the hell out of him. He's put his body through a ton. He's taken a lot of lumps. He's stuck in there, man. Not many guys would do that. But he put everything on the line to take this team as far as it could go. And so we certainly appreciate the heck out of you, Frank, man. So, and we definitely appreciate you coming back too. So that's the news tonight, just shortly after 10 p.m. tonight, that Frank Ragnow is not going to retire. He will be back for 2024. So that's all for this short episode. Frank Ragnow is not retiring. So we'll see y'all in the next one. Go Detroit Lions, go win pride. We'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.